Hi, I'm Linda, and this past fall of 2022, I was a part of the Cincinnati School of Supernatural Ministry, and we got to practice walking in the prophetic with some kind of fun activations. And so I wanted to model today a couple of those activations that we learned. The first one that I'm going to model for you is called When I Look at You, I See. And so if a person is highlighted to you, you just notice what's being highlighted about that person, and then press in and ask the Lord, what about that? And then just wait to hear. Now, some people actually hear words, and some people might just get a mind picture or get a feeling inside their body. There's just a knowing is another way. So I'm going to actually do an activation, and then I'm going to kind of talk through about what was going through my mind when it was happening. All right, so as I said, this one is called When I Look at You, I See. So I'm looking at Nico, and one of the things that's highlighted to me about him is his beautiful nose. I happen to know that Nico is Greek, and I absolutely love the features that God has gifted him with. And he has such a beautiful, distinctive nose. I just love his nose. So I was thinking about, what about that? And what comes to mind, Nico, what comes to mind is it's distinctive because that's who you are. That you have a distinct resonance, that when God speaks to you, it comes out in a way that is so beautifully distinct and unique and powerful. And I can see how God uses you for many wonderful things because of that distinction that he has made that is only you.
Wow.
So what was going through my mind was, oh my goodness, I can't talk about somebody's nose. That was the first thing that came to my mind. But then I realized, no, it's really a beautiful part of who he is. And I knew in my heart right away that it was important to share that. And so I had to press through the awkwardness, or I didn't want Nico to feel embarrassed that I was like commenting on his nose in a negative way. But no, it was a beautiful picture. It was a picture that God used to share a part of who Nico is with me by highlighting that to me. So that's called When I Look at You, I See. All right, so this next activation is to look around and find an object that seems highlighted. And when you find that object, then press in and say, okay, what about this object is sharing something of Papa's heart about this person? And so I'm looking around the room, and I happen to have found this snowflake that didn't get put away with the Christmas decorations. And it was highlighted to me because, as we all know, that snowflakes are one of a kind. And Mike is definitely a one of a kind. And I think that is such a beautiful part of who Mike is. And I see Papa's heart for you, Mike, because he has made you in such a beautiful way that brings it brings a sense of freshness. Snow is like a refreshing, right? And so not only is it unique, but there's a refreshment that when you are around people, they feel better after they're around you. And I just feel like the cool snowflakes that float around that have such a beauty to them, that God has placed in you that same kind of beauty that you can give to others in a beautiful way that is just uniquely yours.
Wow, that's really cool. Thank you very much.
And so here I'm thinking, well, isn't this almost just like the one I just did with Nico? And then I realized it is a little bit, but yet there's something still very, very individualized for Mike that was different. So those are just a couple ways to practice. It's really good to practice, and it's kind of a no-risk way, because when you're with other people, sometimes we can stumble over it. Now, I'm not going to walk up to somebody and say, when I look at you, I see. But I can use that as a way to get the ball rolling with receiving that revelation from the Lord. And so I say in my mind, when I look at you, I see, and then I press in and ask the Lord, what, Papa, what is on your heart that you want me to share with this person? And I don't ever have to tell them it's because of their beautiful, distinctive nose or the fact that they are unique like a snowflake. But I definitely can get to the heart of what Papa wants to share with them in that moment. And almost always, without fail, people are blessed to hear that. There's a resonance that people hear when you get to tell them that God sees them. They see that He sees them in a way that is uniquely theirs. Okay, so we're going to do another word of knowledge or prophecy, however the Lord is leading. And the first time I looked at the person and noticed something about the person. I had an object. This time I'm just going to ask to hear the heart of the Father for my friend Sam. So I'm just going to take a few minutes and get quiet and see, because I don't have one already prepared, so I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen because I don't have a clue. All right, so Papa, tell me what you want me to know about Sam that will be a blessing to his heart, Lord. Okay. Well, the first thing that popped into my brain was you also have a Father's heart. And Father has placed that in you. And He wants to grow you in that capacity to be a father figure for others. And I just see like a whole line of young men mostly that just need a father figure. And yeah, I just see that growing in you that maybe wasn't there before, but it's something that God wants to just build. So tell me, how does that resonate with you?
Actually, at this point, it doesn't.
Okay.
Because some of the things I'm doing, like I'm in charge of our condo association, the maintenance, but everybody's 55 or older. Most of them are in the 80s or 90s. I don't think that would apply there. Other place, we do a lot of different praying for our neighbors and things like that. And also I volunteer at the Healing Center.
Okay. So let's just explore that a little bit. So can you see or feel something inside of you when I say that there are young men that need something that you have to offer them? Does that feel like something right with you?
Not at this point.
Okay.
I mean, I do have a son I go out with every week, but outside that.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. That's good. Sometimes it doesn't resonate. Sometimes it may be down the road. Sometimes we may just be off, and it's really okay. The point is, we just keep going for it because we want to bring the heart of the Father to the world. And we do that by stepping out. And so I'm going to keep praying about that for you, Sam, because I see it in you. All right.